Okay. Oh, I learned a trick how to make the light better.
I've never been to a frat party, but I can live vicariously through
I've
you.
walked by them.
Hmm?
I walked by
I've
them.
walked by them. I walk by them every day.
Actually, I avoided walking by them. I went to San Diego State like in 90 to
Yeah, my
95
sister goes there.
on a Friday afternoon. There
Damn,
was a
dude, I love
shortcut
your
behind the
webcam.
fraternity houses. On a Friday afternoon, I would take a long cut to avoid that. It's not
It's not
pretty.
your scene.
That's a
No.
pineapple.
Don't want that sexual harassment. No, thank you.
It is. Maybe it's just gonna. It's a baby.
You have never seen other streamers having difficulty reading their streams. Well, fuck you. I'm a little bit older than the other streamers. I have a little bit of. He said that I've never seen a
Oh.
streamer with such difficulty reading their stream. I have some visual issues. I'm not
Oh.
wearing my. I don't have like bifocals.
Daphne can't see without her
Like,
glasses.
there's a. I don't need to be defending
Oh my
myself against
fucking
trolls. Like, I
god.
don't. FTP, you're fucking lucky that I acknowledge your existence. Can you
Keep telling her,
see?
Andy.
Can you
Tell
see
her.
my drone hovering?
Power to
Occupy
the
Sales
people,
wants to know if I can
motherfucker.
see your drone. Okay,
Power to the
Occupy Sales, are you a
motherfucking
troll as
people.
well? I'm a little suspicious. Yeah, he's like,
I want to get in. I want
do
to
I
go to.
see his drone?
Hey, I want to go
Hi,
to.
how's it going?
Oh, cool.
I
Okay.
want to see what's up. They're probably drinking like a motherfucker. They're still there. I know I don't hear Anthony's voice. Dude, look.
So how's this evolving? I'm
How's
curious.
what evolving?
This whole movement here.
It's a process, not a product. So, it's
It's fascinating to me,
yeah, it is.
just being an outsider. So.
Yeah. Um,
I'm sorry, I'm just camera shy.
it's
So.
okay. It's okay. I am too. So I can relate to that.
Well,
But
let me get you
I
guys
feel bad
both.
because I feel like maybe maybe you have something interesting that the people might want to hear you say. But I'm camera shy too.
No,
So I
What's
get
up,
it.
brother?
like,
Myron.
hey, pleased to meet you, JW, man. I just,
So like right now we're focusing on things like the homeless problems on Skid Row. We're focusing on foreclosures and the whole fraud behind foreclosures.
my question is on
I
foreclosures.
just got
Um,
arrested for.
I guess my question is, are all the properties that are like REOs, are you guys like occupying the properties that are REOs by the banks? Because I know that's happening in New York.
Mostly in Los Angeles, mostly what we're doing is occupying like properties to make it harder for the sheriffs to take them. But I know that in
Because
other cities,
because like
they're taking the
in
properties
foreign
back.
media, when we watch it,
Uh huh.
it's like we're hearing about people taking
Make it look like our problem.
people taking property that the banks have and people are occupying. I don't know.
Okay, in other cities that is happening.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I don't know so much that in LA. I think in LA it's more like we're trying to save people's homes, and we have been successful in a few cases.
No, because I heard in different parts of like the
Uh
Midwest
huh.
and the South,
Yeah, in other cities
they're,
that's actually
they're
happening.
actually taking
And we
properties that were
are gonna
part of
do
the
that.
TARP deal
We're
So
trying to
so the
get them to do it.
foreclosure thing and the homelessness, there's more empty houses than there
A
are
lot of black
homeless
people don't
people.
do psychedelics
Yeah.
for real.
So it's kind of related. Like we have all these people, and the one reason why we're camping here, we're camping on the outskirts of Skid Row, is to show support for our homeless people here in Skid Row.
But I'm saying, how do you translate that from an
You
institutional
try to put it on.
basis? Because America is about institutionalism in terms of power and economics. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, for me, the ultimate goal is to take the power away from the corporation and give it to the people. I mean, I'm like,
but I'm saying, but what are the real what I call mechanical levers? I'm just saying.
I think that we need to get together. We need people to come down, and then we need to work on that together. I don't think we have the answer. I don't think it's fair to ask us to have the answer. But I think it's fair to ask people to come down here. Let's work on it together, and more like intelligent, articulate people like should
What's the
come down here
question?
too. Like what? How do we get to where we want to be? Like how do we? What is the how do we make our goals happen?
As far as you mean like, well, in the movement, solidarity. we come to a consensual agreement at General Assembly, or
I
you
guess
mean like
just being an outsider, okay,
Yeah.
I just
We have a direct democratic process.
no,
Like,
I just think it's about history, right?
yeah.
And what is history in America, and what is perspective
oh
history?
yeah, there are a lot of
What
people that follow that
and
too.
what has worked in the past?
Yeah, but I
Right?
think we're on a new paradigm now, and I think right now we're with the horizontal democracy, and what we practice at our General Assembly is a horizontal democracy where every person has a voice, every person has like every person is equal and actually democratic. We practice real democracy.
But I guess, but how does that exist in? Okay, I understand the concept, but how does
Uh-huh.
it exist in realpolitik?
We need to ignore
Do you
the real
understand what I mean by
politics.
that? I just being an
I think
outsider
Yeah,
international
I
view,
think
like
that we need to pretend it doesn't exist and make it irrelevant by not participating
because
in
we're not
it.
trying to copy real politics. Trust me.
Like, I'm gonna
Real
vote. When I
politics
go
is
and vote,
already
I'm
frozen.
gonna write Occupy. If there's a human
Yeah.
being, I'm gonna write Occupy.
but I'm saying,
Because I
but how does that impact? Okay, I'm not.
Our daily.
I'm not
these are
trying to.
good. These are good questions,
I'm not trying
though.
to be
That
a
is a good
downer.
question.
Yeah,
I'm just being an outsider.
this is
Okay.
constructive, though. I
It's
mean,
like okay.
it
So how do
is.
you impact reality of culture in terms of political process? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, so what does that mean? It's like, okay,
I think one big component is what I'm doing right now. I'm bringing like, okay, we're just having a party right now, but this is not all I do. I'm bringing you reality. I'm bringing you real news. If you're at your computer and you look at my stream, you're gonna see real news. You're gonna see what's really real. But if you watch your TV, you're not gonna see that. So I think the live streaming component of it, the our websites,
but
occupylosangeles.org,
I
like
guess my
I
question
think
is, how do you do it? How do you make real
You know
change?
how some people do it?
Right.
we
They
need
just
to
don't vote.
we need to tell the truth.
Yeah,
Like, first we need to
yeah,
start with the truth.
but I'm saying, but what are the mechanical pieces? Do you understand that?
Oh,
Okay.
like the structure
So
for
the
building
question,
up.
I
No, no,
think
no,
the
no, no, no,
first,
no, no, no. What are the mechanical pieces for moving stuff forward? It's like, what are the actual pieces that make? Because if people are as an engineer, you know
You
that.
always have to be very analytical.
Yeah,
I thought that
analytical.
was
What are the
and
actual pieces?
practical, and I think that's what we talk about is how do you become part of the political or the
I was trying to.
governance? How do you become part of the governance?
Yes.
You do one of two strategies. You either commit to the system and reform the system to make it better,
But
or
what?
you work in a way outside of the system
To destroy it.
But I'm
or
saying,
to create an
yes.
alternative.
Yeah, yes, yes.
And
That
could also
destroys it
be
either way.
Yeah, but I'm
yes,
saying.
it does, but there are ways of being
It's not a
destructive and
violent
not
But as
creative
an
and not
outsider,
productive.
as an outsider of the country, just as an outsider of the coming from the international community, what are the actual? Okay, theoretical, I understand that, but what are the actual mechanical pieces, day-to-day pieces that actually move pieces forward?
Right.
Not theoretical
Right.
rhetoric. What are the actual pieces of the way people do things?
Oh, is
I
that
don't
you?
I don't know.
Huh?
That's why I'm asking the
That's
question.
Providing for ourselves.
It's like getting me in the groove.
Right.
I'm just
You're
over here.
right, you're right.
I like because I'm just.
Be
bobbing.
more specific.
What we're
That's how our
doing is we're
politics
getting
You need to
Okay.
write your question down,
We
sir. You
need
got a good
to
question.
grow our own food, have a space to live where we are actually together the way we
But I mean, right
want
over
it.
there, you're facing some problems. I mean, how are you getting the permit? Where are you getting the land? Where are you getting
Of
the
course.
house?
Of course.
I mean, this conversation has been talked since the first
Of
of
course.
since
Of
the
course.
first of September
Yeah,
2011,
let's talk.
and it has never been implemented practically.
Well, maybe we do need to buy a space. Maybe.
No. It's not maybe. It's gonna happen. It
Okay.
has happened before. The thing is, like, things just get thrown off.
And the major reason,
In order to
as
get your
to the
resources, you need to get the people to back the resources. In order to get the people to back the resources, you need to get the influence out. What is the influence? Well, tonight they had a better influence than they had in the last couple of weeks. They started handing out flyers. There's more people here. It's nicer outside.
It
So
is beautiful
simply
nights,
having
man.
numbers on your side is
But we
essentially the
still.
very first piece.
Right.
And then after that, you have to assess, you have to analyze, and you have to determine what it is that you can do once your pieces have fallen.
I'd
Once you
rather
know
write it
what
down for
pieces you
you.
have, and then you can devise a strategy based on your pieces. Unfortunately, it's still very small, and so it's not going to have the power that you want yet.
So we
It
gotta
just
start
has to
building.
grow. Yeah.
Practically, we need to start creating and building.
It's like building your own house before living in it. We're still building the house
We're working.
But I'm saying, so what are the pieces
So
in
how?
American society
Food.
to
I
do
think
that?
food is one
I don't
thing.
know Americans.
Providing food for
I'm not
ourselves on our own
Politically
terms and having
speaking, if we
governance
wanted to get
and.
Americans
change to
are
occur,
crazy.
first of all, information has to be brought to the
Hi,
people
I'm okay.
who have the
Sorry.
power to make the change, which is our city leaders, whomever has been elected in whatever process. If they have enough information knowing what needs to be done, and then they still decide against the evidence, then within the political system we at least we feel we have the option of getting rid of those people. And so ideally, you get the information and say, okay, what is it that we need to change that we can change here on the city level, or even within a community? Get
You gotta
those
grind a
changes.
lot of gears.
A lot of it has to be gathering of information, evidence towards a certain goal. We can't go.
So what is that certain goal?
Suing the city.
That I don't know.
Nah, not
So
soon.
so what is
I,
it?
I'm,
What
I'm,
is
I'm
the
like
No, I
I'm
don't see
still
that.
kind of
Trust me,
young
I
in
lost a
the
lot of
by
people.
right?
myself, so
No,
Well,
because
I'm not
I
saying we
think
shouldn't do
that's
that also,
I
but
think
that can't be.
No, that's not the
the
main.
main
That's
actually
not
the
the
point is
main.
like,
They
what
took
is
my
the
head.
The
goal?
main goal.
well, with the,
What is the goal? I think what is the focus?
well,
Peace on earth. Is that
I think
Justice.
for me the focus is to bring the power to the
Justice,
people because
But
right
I
now
when you say
Primary-
power to the
primary
people, what does that
focus.
mean
that
exactly?
means
What
that
is it?
means that we
Justice
have
for innocent citizens.
Well,
like
that we
ourselves.
have a government for the people, of the people, by the people, which is essentially
stop the
anarchy.
injustice, to stop
But
the.
okay, so my
Exactly.
question.
The
Okay,
hatred
so
against one another.
I'm an outsider, so
Okay.
I look at the Constitution.
You're one
I
of
look
us, and
at
you're here, and you're
You're
present
not an
right now.
outsider.
no,
We got you.
no,
Too late.
And you
Bravo.
have just as much influence and
Bravo.
responsibility as we do.
no,
So.
but what I'm saying when I look at when you look at within the legal structure, right, of what you're working with, like what is it? It's about local government, right?
well, it depends on what you're looking at.
Yeah.
But I
So
think
so what's the definition? I guess so I come back to what is the definition? The definition will just the definition will
Of
decide
legal
what
occupying.
Definition of what?
of the goal will define the path.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a very true
Definitely.
statement.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And
Oh, like
that,
what
that
we're
actually
working
seems to be an
to.
issue
Is
right
that
now
what you
because I
What?
note
What
that
we're working to?
there's a large
Yeah, the goal.
but there aren't enough small goals to
What
help
is the
build
goal? Yeah.
onto that
Everyone
large
has their
goal
goal.
and make it solid.
Everyone
And I
in the
think that
movement, I'm
needs
sure,
to be
has their
done
own.
first. You need to. It's like we can fight the big fight, but we don't have the numbers for a big fight. It's just not possible.
We don't. We
If
don't
we
have
build
the.
it, they will
we,
come. If we build it, they
We're
will come.
fighting a
But
non-violent.
I think they're waiting for us to
Well,
build it.
plus,
I think they want it served to them on a platter.
Everybody
Like
in
they don't
this-
get
in
it.
this-
It's
in
not a
this camp,
product. It's a
even at
process.
City Hall, was to bring peace
Participation.
on
We need
earth.
participation.
Yeah, but I think a lot of feedback I'm getting is they're waiting to see like what our end goal is. Are we communists? Are we socialists? Are we anarchists? I mean, we're all of that. We really are.
What are we
But
doing?
There are
What are we
many
doing?
components that should
Yeah.
So what
go
if you're
through
this
in
ideology?
order
Or this
to
are we
reach that
revolutionaries? Are we
particular goal.
reformists? We're all of
Stop
that.
the
Like,
war on Iraq.
Yeah, well, and is any of it
Stop oil
active? Are we
companies
activists?
looking for alternate sources
Are
of
we
energy.
activists?
I don't know what that
What you have
means.
to
I've never been an
understand is that
activist in my life.
Occupy
I'm a
is very much
revolutionary.
diversified in trying to solve many different problems.
Right.
And many different kinds of problems.
There's
Like
a-
stop on
You,
war
so
on
you feel
Iraq,
revolution is the
Afghanistan,
answer.
stuff like that.
Revolt,
Yeah, we're not really
revolution
stuck on
against
one
the
goal.
government.
But I
Unless
mean,
we
for
saw
me,
them
like
at the
ideally, it would be a
top and then
peaceful
this is us.
revolution similar to the civil
We're like
rights because I
webbed
think
out
it's the
from
civil
the-
rights.
It's a giant
I
brainstorm
think
of
we
everyone's
need to
Which they
get.
assassinated the
Not-
leaders
there
of
isn't
and
one
Yeah.
goal, one
ultimately
goal. It's a
systematically
people,
reversed.
Right.
I mean,
There's a
yeah.
bunch
So
of
I mean, I
proposed
like
stuff that
honestly, I'm
everything
just being
popping
ideal by
like
saying that. I mean,
objectives.
reality is like it could get bloody and
Even
ugly,
local
and then I have to go
objectives,
like
yes,
that.
fiction situations.
I'm waving my hands in front of my face
And it's
because like I'm a
somebody
pacifist
was
and I've gotten
getting a
shit for
book
being a
from your house
pacifist,
and
Oh,
but
that
yeah,
actually
did it?
happened.
whatever.
got
I
a
can't
book.
change who I am,
Oh, yeah.
but I can film it.
Definitely.
I'll put some pots and pans on my head and get out on my head and get out there. I have a gas mask. I'm ready.
Yeah.
They arrested on 7 of us.
Did they cite you guys or did they like
They
seize the people's
cited us,
house?
dude. Then they
Here
gave
we
us.
go.
They
Here we
charged us
go.
with trespass.
Where we go? Where we go? Did you guys have to go to court after?
I don't think. A couple people did.
See if
Fascinating.
Yeah,
if
man.
Occupy
Yeah.
actually had like a lawyer, a
But-
real lawyer.
Well, we have.
But we do have plenty of.
We have
We
Bruce
have too
Margolini.
many lawyers. We have so many
Okay,
damn
good
lawyers.
ones, 'cause they need
I
to
think
get
I
you
might be a
out without
fucking
paying.
lawyer. And then come back.
Tie up the
A
damn
lot of
system
lawyers
so
can
long and the
use
charges is not
Occupy
worth
as a
it.
platform to increase their fame.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely
say
have
what?
a chance.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
Maybe here. Yeah.
Like I said, a real lawyer, not
I think
somebody who
anyone
wants to
can
write
use
cocaine.
Occupy to increase their fame.
Somebody who bangs the hammer.
Somebody who actually
I don't think it would be
says, you know
hard
what, I like
to
what
use
you guys are
Occupy
doing.
to
Let
be
me
famous.
be
People are doing it.
Huh?
People are recreating
Yeah,
it. They're
I
creating
just
images
think
of
from an
it.
outside perspective,
Yeah,
like, what
it's
is
easy to
the focus
cross.
on?
I mean,
Yeah,
I could turn the phone around
you should
and
see New
become
York right
famous.
now. I mean, there's people. I mean, well, I could say a lot of
But
things about New
I
York,
mean,
but I have a
the
friend
thing
who
to
works in
me
the
is
fashion
America
industry,
public is so
and
fickle.
he was telling me that
Yes.
he's seen
American public
multiple
is so
shoots now
what I
that
call
come that are like
Out of
the
it,
mirror or some
perhaps a
imagery
little
of
deluded.
Occupy and
We're
trying
so
to
badass, are we
feed
not?
off
No, I
of
wouldn't say that.
the
I would
vibe
say
of
Big.
it's
it,
like
you
very.
know?
Hey, May went general
So
strike.
that
No
just
work,
like,
no
Yeah.
hey,
school.
Christmas spirit,
Stay
let's
home, make love.
do.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
shit.
Someone had a protest sign and they were like protesting like, oh, interesting, because like you're
Interesting.
pretending to protest.
Check this
for
out.
a
One day,
camera.
when we were still at City Hall,
Actually doing it.
I was late.
Was,
Like,
we're right over here,
I don't
and then
know.
Lady King McDonough has been trying to be in the video because we need more people. I'm like,
I,